Frame 97 coming hot at you on a wonderful Thursday afternoon. I'm back in headphone land. As you can tell, I look like an idiot. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. You want to get on Gutterball, let us know. DM us on Instagram. That's the best way to get a hold of us. Get on Gutterball. We've had some awesome guests, and we're going to have some awesome guests in the future as well. More awesome guests. It's just going to be all awesomeness all around. Frame 100 is coming up real soon. You want to get on here and do some drinking with us, do some talking, crack a couple jokes? Get at us, because that's coming up real soon. It's going to be a great time. But Paul, what's up with you? I see we got a new camera angle. You got a new background. You're looking fresh. You got, there's no like decrepit, water heater behind you anymore. It looks nice. You got some character to your house.
Yeah, I'm starting to get
Doesn't
things
look like
together. My CRT's wearing a hat. It's got a sombrero on. Funny story about that sombrero, Jackson. Our oldest brother, Joe, who's been on the cast before, his first apartment, when he walked into it, the first day to move into it, there were, I guess, technically 3 items left in that apartment. In the closet, he found that sombrero and then a set of, like, what do you call the dagger things that Raphael uses? Those, like, defender fork swords. What's the proper term for those?
I know what you're talking about. They're like a trident, but
yeah,
they're not.
They're like daggers. Yeah, so anyways, he found a pair of those and that sombrero in his apartment. He gave me the sombrero one time, like years ago, and I've just always had it. And I don't know why. I never wear it. It's just like a decorative piece. It's in good shape. It looks like a Three Amigos sombrero. Raphael, I think, the guy, the red one, red turtle. We have not even a minute into the cast. We're talking about Ninja Turtles. Fucking
Turtles. I mean, this
weapons.
is great. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, what do you call those? The listeners got to know what kind of weapon that is.
A twin sai.
Twin sai. So if there's just one, it's just a sai?
I guess it is, huh?
Or are they always a twin sai? Well, it makes sense. It would be a triple sai because it has 3. It's a pair.
Oh, yeah. This is ridiculous.
This fucking asshole.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
I know some Mexican was out there menacing for a while with both of those, with that little sombrero and twin size. You stay away from that guy.
What was this guy doing? He was a menace. Yeah.
He's a menace.
How was your week?
Great. Paul, this whole week has been a lot of homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, fungicidal. All the sidles this week, really, Paul. Has been,
Quick, do you know your sidles, sir?
Do you know? Yeah, I'm all up on my sidles. Keeping up with the Joneses, but nothing new to report. Just homicidal. That's what I'd say. How was your week? Homicidal. That's what I tell people now.
Why do you feel so homicidal? Let's talk about.
Right?
Oh my god! Shut up.
Apparently, I'm fucking homicidal.
Shut up.
No, other than that, I'm doing great. What's up with you? What's new? Did you even say it? You went right into sombrero talk and Ninja Turtle.
I haven't said. My week's just been so busy, man. I thought my first week back at work remote last week was going to be crazy. This week's been nuts, and I think it's just because I'm going from, everybody, all the IT team was there last week, and we have a current IT guy out this week, and that doesn't really affect my workload too much. Just like a couple extra tickets, but my projects I've been working on as far as IT stuff have been kind of through the roof busy. Like we're kind of getting towards the end of wrapping up a few big projects. There's just a lot of big things to be aware of and tie up. Otherwise, it's been a good week. I boxed every single day so far this week for at least an hour. So went to Jungle Boy. I'll talk about that maybe a little bit later. Watched some movies, been chilling. Man, that's just cool. Working and training. That's honestly it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, I already talked about your week. I was about to say, how about you? We already talked about it.
Terrible, Paul. It was terrible. I'll tell you again.
Do you see that thing in your hair?
What? What's in my hair? Oh my god. It flew up. Oh my god. I'm embarrassed. Restart the fucking cast. You want to embarrass me. Every time we do the cast, just restart it, click
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up! I put that there. I put that there purposely. It's one of those. It's one of these little cocksucking things they put on pants, and then it gets, and then it rubs up against your leg for days and days until you just finally go insane and fucking snap.
What's wrong with you?
It's right here. It's in my head. It's cut off, Paul. It's gone. It's off the pants because I went insane. I just had to.
What do you call those fucking? What are those things called?
whores. I'd call them dirty fucking little whores. That's what I call these things. But yeah, let's do song of the week, Paul. I'm gonna let you do your song of the week because I
Yeah.
assume mine's gonna be a little bit longer. But what have you been listening to? What do you vibe
So
to?
I spoke about this song last week, really quick though. It's Baby Blue by Riff Raff. Super repetitive. I just like it. It's got a good sound. It's Riff Raff just kind of saying the same thing over and over. I'm into it. I like the beat, and that's pretty much it. I've just been vibing to that. I've listened to it probably like 10 times this week. How about you? What's your song of the week?
My song of the week, Paul, is not much as a song as it is a live album. I had a chance to go and see Stop Making Sense by the Talking Heads, the live show. I got to see it on the big screen. They
Oh,
played it
that's
at the
cool.
West Theater. So recently they just remastered it and put it in 4K and they put it on the big
What
screen. So
theater
me and
did
my
you see
brother,
it at?
the West Theater out
The,
in West Duluth.
kind of
It's like
by where my first apartment was. Yeah,
yeah,
it's literally
pretty
right
much
next
right
to
around
there.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I went and saw that the other day with Max. It was really fun. It was literally us two and then a couple in the front, and then some kid that was like my age, but he was there by himself. And I almost was like, "Come on over, we'll vibe." Because I was like bopping. No one else. I could see. I was because we were in the back. I was looking, dude. I was going like this the whole time. I was like, "Yeah, this is nice shit." So I had a chance to see that. It was really cool. It was really fun. I wish they turned the volume up a little bit. But fun fact about Stop Making Sense, Paul. That live show is directed by the Silence of the Lambs director. Isn't that interesting? Can't remember the guy's name. I'm
Interesting.
totally blanking on that, but you can see it in it because it has some like really good shots. But yeah, it's considered the greatest live album of all time, and it is. Um, wait, whoa. Am I good? Am I still here?
Yeah, why?
Oh, okay. Everything just froze for a
Whoa,
second.
whoa,
Okay,
whoa, what's going
whoa,
on?
whoa. What's going on? What's going on? But no, I was like, just really happy I got to see that. I've listened to that live album like 30 times, like no exaggeration. And then seeing it on the big screen and remastered was really cool. I mean, man, the Talking Heads are just so influential. Like, there's just like so many things that people other what's so funny? Did I got something else in my hair?
No. I
What?
always
What do
just
you what are you
I don't
laughing
want to ruin your I always think about the dumbest shit when you're talking.
at?
I'm
What's
just
the
thinking
dumbest shit?
I was thinking in my background, like, what if I had a ceiling fan fall out of a tile behind me, like hanging by a thread, but still going, like mid cast?
How would you even do that? How would you even wire that? What do you would you have someone fall behind you?
It's so stupid. I don't know. It's just dumb.
Just
I
have
don't know
someone
why.
open it and peek and look down. Like
Yeah,
it all
you see
collapses.
you see it slide open and someone fucking falls through.
Falls through. Hey, you know what'd be funny is if you put your cat up there and the cat fell through. I
We're
was
in the
telling Paul
office
before the
and
cast that
Angela throws the cat up into the
throws the fucking cat. Yeah, falls. Like Jesus Christ. That would not support you. But anyway, yeah. So I had a chance to see that. Really good. I think my favorite song off of that is "Life During Wartime," and it's just great to see David Byrne being autistic up there because he does the drunk walk, and I really like where he like walks around like he's about to fall and stumble, and he's just having a good time. Um, but yeah, and then the Tom Tom Club, Genius of Love. You know that song, Paul, from It's Always Sunny? I'm gonna have
Yeah,
some fun. So
yeah.
that is the Tom Tom Club was by Tina Weymouth, the bassist of Talking Heads. So they play the Genius of Love live, which I love. And
Oh,
I
that's
just
really
think that
cool.
that song's great. But yeah, no, really, really cool. So that was the highlight of my week, I guess. But yeah, that's all I got for my song of the week. That's a vibe. Go check out Stop Making Sense, 1986. It's great. Fucking
Yo,
awesome.
can we talk about movies really quick?
Yeah, we can talk movies
All
all
right.
cast.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna hit you with some stuff. All you listeners out there, movies, as a recurring segment, kind of like every week, every other week. I try to watch a couple movies here and there, whether they be new, old, whatever. Things I've been had on my list, or just things I was like, you know what, let's just watch this in the heat of the moment on some streaming site. This week, what I got for you, No Escape. So I think there's a movie that was made in like 2015 called No Escape with Owen Wilson, but this is the No Escape. What was that?
The No Escape one with Owen Wilson wasn't that great. I
No,
watched
it
it.
was literally just like the whole family kind of being pussies and running the whole time, and then they run into Pierce Brosnan, who's a badass for like 10 minutes, and then he gets killed. um,
Mm.
so yeah, that movie was whatever. But there's a No Escape movie. I never even knew it existed until I saw it on Freevee, which is like built into Prime. And it's from 1994, and it's got your boy Ray Liotta, classic guys in like every mob
Love 'em.
movie, Goodfellas, everything. Really good
Mhm.
actor.
Yeah.
He's very young, 94. This movie's honestly got like a pretty good, it's got Ray Liotta, Ernie Hudson. and a few other bigger names in it. And basically, the premise of it is it's in the way future, and people that do really, really bad things that can't go into normal jails go to these super highly like maximum security prisons that are in the middle of the desert, like up in towers. You have to take a train to get there. Like you can't escape it. So he gets this prison and he's deemed so bad. Like if you're really, really bad, he ends up getting the warden at gunpoint, like tricking the guards. Because the reason why he goes to jail is he just walked out of line one day, like as a soldier, and shot his commanding officer in the head and got like life sentence, premeditated murder. So he goes to this back. What was that?
He full metal jacketed him.
Basically.
Jacketed him.
And you find out later in the movie why he did it, and there's like kind of a good reason for it. But anyways, he goes to this prison, he gets the warden at gunpoint, and then once you're deemed like so bad, you get sent to a place called Absalom. And he doesn't know what that is. They put you in a helicopter and they bring you to this island. It's just a prison island. Like it's just got a bunch of factions and a bunch of like survivors. And so they drop him there near like a bad sector on purpose, and he ends up being the first person to escape, that dude ever. And he gets to this other side of the island, and they're called the insiders, and they actually are like, they are all like prisoners that are trying to do better. Like they know they're never going to get off the island. Like that's their life sentence. You're there for life, but they're trying, they built a little society. They have a wall. And like
literally Australia. You're just describing Australia.
Yeah, basically. And and then like there's the outsiders, which are like bad guys that just, they're cannibals and whatever. And it's pretty good. It's about them trying to get off the island basically and expose that this is going on, because no one in the world knows about this secret like island. They're just sending prisoners that are like super, super bad. And
kind of reminds me of I immediately went to Escape Plan with
exactly. It's kind of like that. It's not as it really threw me for a loop, because I was not expecting like sci-fi futuristic in the first 20 minutes, and then holy shit, we're in the middle of a jungle and it's gotten like primal. There's like one gun on the whole island.
Okay. How far in the future have the Jews taken over at this point?
Shut up. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But
when did it come out? Because Ray Liotta's dead, right?
It came out in 1994.
Oh, okay. So it's probably good then. Okay.
It's
That's good to know.
And Ernie Hudson's really good in it too.
Yeah. I feel like anything post 2000 is trash, except for Spider-Man. You ever think about that? All the movies,
I don't know, man. There's a few good movies. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, movies aren't what they used to be, but there've been some good movies. Like, I liked the new Willy Wonka movie. I thought that was good, even though it's a musical. I like the new John Wicks. Those are great. And don't tell me to watch Dune. Everybody's been telling me to watch Dune. I can't. Dude,
if I have to hear about Dune again from one of my friends, I'm gonna blow my brains out. And that's for you, Gene. Shut the fuck up about Dune. I don't want to hear about it. He's like, okay, there's this one bald-headed freak. He's like weird. He's just a big guy who has like a bald head, and he's like, yeah, he's really cool. Look at him kiss his uncle. I'm like, what are you showing me?
What's wrong with you?
I was like, what is wrong with you? Because when I kissed my uncle, did not look like that. Let me tell you,
what the fuck?
It was way. Yeah, I saw that. But no, I don't want to see it. Get it out of my face. That bald-headed freak.
No. You want to know why? The same people that recommend Dune to me are the same people that told me, what is it? Blade Runner 2042 was the best movie they've ever seen. That Ryan Gosling one that came out a few years ago. I'm like, that has like a Harrison Ford appearance for like maybe a half hour in the movie or something from what I remember. That was probably one of the worst sci-fi movies I ever made. They're like, yeah, but look at the shots. Look at how good it is. I'm like, yeah, like 70% of the movie is really slow, great looking shots. That's cool cinematography, but that doesn't interest me that much. I've seen enough cool shit. I've seen what computers can do. I've seen what filmographers can do. The majority of it. Nothing's really blowing my mind, but
of that movie is the behind the scenes is actually really cool, because they built a lot of those sets in the water and shit. That's the only thing I've seen from that movie. I never watched it, but I watched the behind the scenes, like literally like a 30-minute documentary, and I'm like, this is really cool. I'm not gonna watch the movie though. I don't.
The plot and movie itself is terrible. Oh, look, a twist ending that's really kind of dumb. Like everyone's gonna shit on me for this. I did not like that movie, and I know I'll feel the same way about Dune 1 and 2. I haven't even seen Dune 1. Like the remakes. I haven't seen like the super old Dune, but
it's the same people as like anime. I saw a meme, though.
You wanna know what's funny? The people that recommended to me, I know they like anime.
Dude, I hate anime people. I can't take that shit. Well, I saw a funny meme where it's like, it's 1996. I'm going to see Dune and Ghostbusters.
I can
it's
stand Invincible, and that's about it. But yeah.
Yeah, that's not anime. It's 2016. I'm going to see Dune and Ghostbusters. It's 2024. I'm going to see Dune and Ghostbusters because they kept putting out, and it's like it's just a
Yeah.
guy getting progressively like depressed and sad at his life. What did you just say? What did you say before that? Oh, anime. Yeah, if it's almost not anime, what do you mean?
Well, I just mean like I think people get mad at you for this. Anime is just cartoons. I don't care what anybody
So
says.
bad. I mean, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I used to say that King of the Hill is my favorite anime, and people would be like, "That's not an anime." I'm like, "Is it animated?" Shut the fuck up. It's like that's what I have
Yeah.
to say to them. It's like, yeah. Um,
Anyways, just so we can move on, I watched another movie. It was called Ruthless. I think it came out in 2021. You'd recognize the guy. He's been in a side character in a lot of things. This was like his name is Dermot Mulroney. I knew the guy, like I recognized him immediately, but I never knew his name was Dermot Mulroney. Um,
mm. Oh
but the,
yeah, that guy.
yeah,
Yeah, he
but
always
basic,
plays like a Norse dad or something.
yeah. This movie, it was okay. It wasn't. It's called Ruthless, but it's really not that ruthless. Really, what happens is he's a he's like a he's a high school wrestling coach. I think men, boys and girls, and his daughter ends up getting like raped and murdered, and then he finds out that like one of his wrestling students, a girl, like got kidnapped, and so like he doesn't want the same thing to happen to her that happened to his daughter, so he goes on like trying to find her and ends up going like all the way to Vegas to find out she's being sold in like a sex slave ring. And it's kind of it's good. The action scenes are hokey. It's not like it's almost a B movie, but it has really good production quality. Like it isn't like a shitty looking movie by any means.
Mhm.
And then the third movie I watched was last week, and I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on this one. Shout out to my boy S. Craig Zoller. He is a director and producer. He's made about 4 or 5 movies officially. There's probably a few more I don't know about. Them being Bone Tomahawk is like one of the most notable ones. Brawl on Cell Block 99 and
Right.
Dragged Across Concrete.
Mhm.
So those 3 movies are the 3 I've seen by him. Maybe one other one. I think I've seen a horror movie of his. I really like his stuff. But I never seen Bone Tomahawk. I put it off for so long, and
Really?
here's the reason why. I put it off because when it first came out, somebody showed me that brutal scene, what they do to that guy.
Troglodytes.
Yeah, what the troglodytes do to
What
that
did they
dude.
do to the guy, Paul? Can you describe in great detail?
So
Go
yeah,
into
yeah,
it.
sure. They scalp his head off while he's alive on his knees. He's naked, by the way. And then they shove the scalp in his mouth and put a spike in his mouth and hit it so it goes through and like through his neck, and he's still alive. Then they flip him upside down and they cut his genitals off, and then they start cutting him down like the taint, like the body, and they basically tear him in half and watch
Mhm.
everything pour out.
The average Indian experience.
That was it was so now when I
They do
watched
that.
when I first saw that clip, I was like, I can't watch this movie if this the whole thing's like this. And I was like, you know what? The other night I was like, let's just watch it. Let me just get it through. I need to see it. I like this director. And I liked the movie. I thought it was a good movie. It was different. It was a little slow at times. Could have been a tad bit shorter, I think.
Oh, 100%. It
The
started
ending,
out it's a spaghetti western. So it starts out
yeah,
as a western, but then it just goes off the fucking rails, you
yeah.
know?
And
Yeah.
it's very unlike any of his other movies he's
Yeah.
directed or produced. Brawl in Cell Block 99, same kind of brutalism, but like it's just physical combat, prison system, brutal dark world.
I, um I
Yeah, go ahead.
watched that 'cause I saw Sean Atwood. He said that's the most like realistic depiction of prison was Brawl and Cell Block 89 or whatever. I forgot the title
99.
already.
Yeah,
You know who
yeah.
Sean Atwood is? That guy was on PKA and he had
Yeah,
that
yeah.
prison the LSD guy. Yeah. So
Have you
I
seen
watched
that
that because
movie?
he recommended. Yeah, I watched it a while ago
It's
because he
really good.
recommended it. Like I watched it like 3 years ago. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's got
That movie.
the big cross tatted on the back of his
Oh
head.
yeah, yeah,
I just
yeah.
never thought I'd see Vince Vaughn in a role like that, and he killed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah. Dude, man, those are during the weed days. I don't remember anything, but I remember I watched it for sure.
yeah,
Good
I
time, good
and
movie.
then have you seen Dragged Across Concrete?
I have not. No, I've heard of it.
Another one that could use a good trimming.
Mhm,
It's long, but
mhm.
boy, that it's like you're just like ripping your seat because once the shit starts going off, it goes off slow and it's a burn, dude.
Mhm.
It's not like Bone Tomahawk where it's slow, slow, slow. Things happen really quick and then it's the end of the movie. Or Dragged Across Brawl and Cell Block where it's like it's kind of entertaining the whole time to me. Like I thought Brawl and Cell Block there wasn't like a boring part or anything that needed to be trimmed out. Dragged Across Concrete, there's a good like 30 minutes, maybe, I'm over exaggerating, of that movie where they spend time in a car on a stakeout that's just like, this could have been gone or cut down. But that's a Vince Vaughn and Mel Gibson in it. It's very brutal.
Ooh,
It's about
that
they're
could be good.
they're both cops that have been nothing but good cops their whole lives, and they make shitty money, and both of them are going through financial struggles in one way or another, and they decide to go dirty, and they decide they're these
Hmm.
bank robbers that they've been tracking, and they know who it is, and they know what bank they're going to hit next, and instead of like letting the police know, they tried to hit them. Like they try to go
Mm.
steal the truck of money. It gets bad. Things go wrong.
Yeah.
But check out Dragged Across Concrete. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is his newest one. And by newest, I mean like it came out in 2019. He hasn't made a movie since, I don't think.
I swear I watched a clip from that really recently, where someone mentioned it. But funny story about Bone
Deb's in
Tomahawk.
it. Just from
Jennifer
Dexter.
Carpenter.
Yeah, just like
I
she
just
was
started
in
watching Dexter again.
she must be friends because she's in Brawl and Cell Block too.
Oh yeah, she is.
She's the
Yeah.
wife.
Oh yeah. I know funny story about Bone Tomahawk in the troglodyte scene where they make the guy eat his own balls. So our boy Zach Kreger, from the whitest.
They didn't make him eat his own
They put
balls.
his yeah, they did. They put his dick in his mouth. That's what didn't they do that?
No,
They
they
scalped
put his
him, cut his dick off, and they put
the
both in his mouth.
they scalp him. They put the scalp in his mouth, and then
Well,
they
I
hit a
just
spike
pictured
in
it
the scalp
hotter, I
in it.
guess, in my mind. I
What's
guess I
wrong
thought it
with
was,
you,
I thought it was a hotter
sick
scene.
Oh
You
man,
sick fuck.
you're telling me this whole time he didn't swallow his own balls? Fuck out of here! Yeah, no.
0 out of 10. That movie fucking sucks. No, it's funny. Zach Kreger, from The Whitest Kids You Know and director of Barbarian, he went and auditioned for that movie, and he auditioned for the guy who gets his balls cut off and put in his mouth. But they made him audition in a room full of, in like an open room, he said, of like, go look this up, Paul, because there's a video clip of him on the podcast, a room of like 500 people. So they're like, all right, you just got your dick cut off, you just got a scalp shoved in your mouth, act. And he's like, what? And he's like, it was the worst, most embarrassing moment of my life where I have to act this out in front of like 500 people because it's like an open room, and
Why
he
would
did
they
not
make
get
him
the
do
role.
that?
Yeah, right. He's like, other people were doing this too right after me. So the one guy that did it must have sold it really well because he did a really good job. I
So
think I could portray that well too.
So Zach would have played a cop then, or like a sheriff's deputy, because that was a sheriff's deputy. I think.
Oh,
that
right.
happened
Yeah,
too.
yeah. But
But
they made him do
really,
that specific scene, like
yeah.
not anything else. He said
Well,
they made
yeah,
him do that.
because all the other scenes that dude's in, he doesn't have to say much than a few other lines. So it's like,
Oh,
if you could just do the really
yeah.
hard dramatic part,
Yeah.
as long as you can talk, they don't care about
Mhm.
the other scenes. I'm
I
sure.
would have, if they told me, I would have brought my own scalp. I can act.
You actually, you pull out a pocket knife. I guess so.
Can
Do
you
shove it in your own
imagine?
mouth. Oh God.
I scalping yourself. That's like the worst thing you could do to somebody, right? The good old scalping.
I love it in that movie when they're like, oh man, we're gonna need an expert on this. What kind of arrow is this? He's like, these are troglodytes. They're cave dwellers. They fucking rape and kill their mothers. Like, it's so like the Native American guys explaining it. I'm like, Jesus, these
They're
guys
real
are
people.
brutal.
This happened. It's based on true events, what I heard.
Shut the fuck up.
It is okay. Yeah, I watched recently. I watched Happy Gilmore again, a classic, and it's funny. As a kid, I've seen it so much, but it's funny watching as an adult. You pick up on a lot more things, and you noticed a lot more about it. So it made it even funnier.
Yeah.
Like I never noticed that Carl Weathers, his arm is abnormally long the entire movie. It's like 5 feet long. Go watch it again, Paul. And his arm,
Yeah.
his arm is so much longer than it needs to be. It's ridiculous. I just never noticed it. There's a funny scene where who's the guy that plays his boss that he shoots in the head, the Jaws? What's that actor's name? You know, with the hard hat, he gets shot in the head.
I don't know his name, but yeah, he
Anyway.
plays Jaws. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a scene where he's running after Shooter McGavin. He's like, I believe that belongs to Mr. Gilmore. But if you watch the scene again, it's just him like going like this from the waist up. And it's because he couldn't walk, so they had to pull him with a cart to make it look like he was running. So it's like, if you watch it again, it's all fucking weird. You never noticed it as a kid. Yeah. And they put it in slow motion, so it seemed like he was running, but they're pulling him with the cart, and it's ridiculous. The behind the scenes. So that was okay.
You never knew until you saw the behind the scenes, though.
Exactly. So it's very interesting. And then you realize how fucking dumb it looks when you rewatch it. But yeah. That was cool. And then that's pretty much the only movie I watched recently. But I just saw Quentin Tarantino scrapped the Movie Critic. A while back, I said it on the cast that Quentin Tarantino announced his final movie, which would be The Movie Critic. It was going to star Brad Pitt and some woman. But it was supposed to start filming in 2023 apparently, but he's pushed it off and then he scrapped it. He says he's going back to drawing board. He doesn't want to do that as his final movie. So we don't know what he's going to do. And I'm kind of like happy, but also mad because I really like Brad Pitt. So I hope Brad Pitt stars in this next one. But the plot of The Movie Critic, the plot that we maybe like, we don't know what it was going to be, but we kind of had a rough idea of what he wanted. It wanted to be like kind of another historical piece. Yeah, he scrapped. I didn't like the plot, so he scrapped that. He's not doing it. He's going back to the drawing board. So probably won't see another movie for him for like fucking 6 years, I bet. Rumor is he might do Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 2. Might do the second part. But I don't know. But I just thought that was really interesting. I'm like, damn, he scrapped that shit. So at least we know when he comes out with a movie, it's gonna be good. You know
We
what I mean?
talked about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood here. I wasn't that impressed.
I really liked it. Dude, go rewatch it. On the 5th rewatch, pretty good. No, actually, the second time around, I liked it even more. It's really funny.
I don't know if I told this last time, though. The funniest part about that movie is, so I watched it over the course of 2 days. I watched about half of it, and then I watched the other half at the next day. Destiny decides to walk in the last, like, 20 minutes of the, like, when everything starts hitting the wall. She's like, what you watching? I'm like, oh, that the Quentin Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I was like, I'm not going to explain it to you because there's a lot's happened so far because it's long. But I'm like, I'm just going to finish it up. And then she sees all that brutal stuff happening and everybody getting killed and whatever. And she's like, what's this about? Like, it was kind of funny. And I'm like, you know what's kind of funny, Destiny? If I were to explain to you what happens in the first half of the movie, you'd be like, what? Like,
because if his new movie doesn't have the uber violence like all his other ones is, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Like, it's got to be violence on violence. It's got to be like a Kill Bill type violent movie, honestly, to wrap it up. Because he got away with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because there's only violence at the end of that movie, except for when Cliff punches that guy. But that scene is really, really good. I like that. You ever meet the devil and he throws the can at his face? Yeah, that's just Quentin Tarantino
he whips
style.
the can and fucking takes them out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
The dog's
great
tearing
shit.
him apart.
It's a great period piece too. But yeah, we've talked about that before.
He
but
fucking flamethrowers.
Yeah, if it gets flamethrower.
He goes over to the neighbors like right after he just explained how he just cooked some lady with the flamethrower.
Yeah, he said something where he's like, I don't know, some goddamn hippie fucks or some shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I love how he's calling them goddamn hippies. He fucking hates them. That's funny as shit.
Dude, you know what's funny is the lead up to that scene, they made it so much like these guys were just about to kill all these characters that we just got to know throughout the whole movie. And then they all just get murked. Like, they all get fucking killed.
Yeah. And I just saw it was the anniversary of, because in the movie, they go to Cliff's house instead of killing Sharon Tate. But I think it was the anniversary of Sharon Tate's murder like a month ago, I read, or something, where they actually went and killed her instead.
So did Cliff actually exist?
No. That's a fictional, just reality. Cliff and the other. Oh, I love this scene. My favorite quote from that movie is where Leonardo DiCaprio's crying and Brad Pitt's like, "Put on your sunglasses. Don't let the Mexicans see you're crying." And he's like, "So you gotta go." That's funny as shit. Great movie though.
Hell yeah.
You know what I saw, Paul, recently that I'm actually like super hyped up for? So the 600-Pound Life show, right? TLC, one of those shows. Yeah, it's sad. But sometimes there's some redemptions where people come back from it. But do you know who the 1,000-Pound Sisters are?
Yeah, they're disgusting. Their foreheads are huge. Their foreheads started developing fat.
Okay. One of them, though, Tammy Slayton. Paul.
One of the sisters?
Yeah, one of the sisters. She lost like 500 pounds, Paul.
Good for her.
She looks awful because it's got all flabby skin. And she just, because
once you're that fat, you can get that removed. You
still don't look right ever after that point. But still. I was like, I saw the pictures and I'm like, damn, good for her. Like, I was genuinely like, I literally saw it before the cast where I'm like actually I had some faith because Dr. Now, I think he played a role in that, that the one doctor doesn't play around. He'll call you fat to your face. He's like, because you're eating, because you're fat, and he doesn't give a fuck, and you can't argue with him because he's a doctor. I love that guy. He's one of my role models.
I'm curious. So if you're ever like that fat and you have all that extra skin, Are your only options to get it surgically removed, or does it
Yes.
eventually go away?
It doesn't. It does not. There's no way.
Wow.
I've read it. There's no fucking way. How I mean, it's skin. It just doesn't disappear. You know, you have to get cut off. But I saw her pictures. I was like, damn, good for her. Don't look at the pictures because they're still pretty gross. Honestly, she looked better fat. I'm just kidding. No, she looks all flabby. She looks like one of the. She looks like she's wearing a windsuit permanently. You know, like a stiff breeze might take her up and lift her or something. But good for her. You know, it's blown away. And then I
So is it called the 1,000 pound sisters because together they were 1,000 pounds?
1,000 pounds, yeah. Because I don't know what happened to her sister, but I feel like because I didn't read that she lost any weight, so I assumed her sister's doing way worse than her now.
Well, you also gotta think like when you see your sister that's heavy lose all that weight, that's gotta give you some type
Maybe
of like
motivation.
some motivation to at least do somewhat of what she's doing. And again,
Mm.
it's not just the eating, which we all know is the big problem. It's their eating habits. It's literally the eating habits. It's like if
Well,
you
it's
were just to fix the eating habits and they were to still like maybe just barely exercise, just walk, they could lose a lot of weight, but they just can't.
um, I think
It's the
Boogie two
eating. It's
nine
a
eight
mental
eight said
thing.
it. Famous fatty. He said no one gets that big without being extremely mentally ill.
Yeah.
And that's where it stems from. So yeah, I was just like a little bit of faith in humanity. You know, she's doing good, lost shit ton of weight. It just shows that anyone can do it. Um, but yeah, that was on my mind. I watched some 600 Pound Life. I just watched a compilation of Doctor Now just ripping on people. It's fucking hilarious. There's this one guy who orders pizza to the hospital while he's like trying to lose weight, and Doctor Now kicks him out. He's like, "You're out of here, Buster." Yeah, 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 that's pretty cool. I guess that's. Oh, I guess if we're doing TV talk and shows, we gotta talk about the whitest kids you know. So they're finally releasing the full series on Blu-ray, I assume, and that's supposed to come out within the next couple months, and it's supposed to be streaming on this unknown, like this low-key streaming service. I don't even know what
It's
it's
like
called. Pluto.
shocked or something.
Doc. Okay, maybe it was Pluto, but yeah, so they're doing that, and I was really happy. And Mars apparently has showtimes now. It's supposed to showtimes in July. So looks like the Mars movie is coming out at some point. There's no trailer for it. There's not much news. But yeah, I saw someone post on Reddit that showtimes for Mars in July. I was like, oh, cool. So we're getting that. I just love the whitest kids you know. So I was like really happy. I
Yeah.
hope the box set isn't one of those limited things, because I can't buy it when it comes out. I want to buy it in the future. But I'm gonna definitely watch the full series. It's gonna be in, because those who
Are
like the
they
whitest kids
selling
you
the
know,
box set?
yeah, they're selling it. Yeah, those
So
who
you can
watch
get the entire series?
on box. Finally, Paul, on Blu-ray, because those who watch the whitest kids you know, we have to watch it 360p quality
Not
shit.
even. Some of them are 140p.
40, they look like garbage. And honestly, you should have got on it, because literally like 5 years ago, Zach's like, yeah, I have them all in HD. I just haven't got around to putting them out.
Oh,
It's
I
like,
didn't
yeah,
know that Zach had them. I
later.
thought Trevor had the drive with everything.
Well,
I
I
think
think a
Trevor had
couple of
the
them.
yeah, I think Trevor had a drive with a bunch of sketches they could never show or that got like
Have you
canned.
seen the video of them like putting it out? Some of those sketches are really bad. Like
Yeah, dude, they're
they're like
horrible.
awful.
There's
Yeah,
a
like
reason why they couldn't go on
yeah,
TV.
yeah. He showed them on a live show and someone filmed it. Again, that's at 360p. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. We definitely covered a lot of whitest kids you know and our favorite sketches for sure. But I know Paul's got a favorite.
I just want to talk about shout out to my buddy Nick and Haller who used to be a host on the show. Last weekend I got a kick out of showing them X-ray glasses again. It's such a dumb sketch. Even like Trevor and Darren hated. He looks back and he's like, "Why did I do that sketch with you?" He's like, and then Trevor just thinks it's so funny. It's the dumbest sketch. The premise of that sketch is it's called X-ray glasses, or that some of them call it Dog Park. And dude, the mail just came. Are they here? Yeah. And the X-ray glasses came. They ordered X-ray goggles or glasses, and they have them on. So they go to the dog park, and all the dogs in the park are wearing little clothes, like they got hoodies and pants on, and they're not looking at the ladies or the women. They're like, oh yeah, and they're staring and they're looking at like the dogs through the clothes. You can see the dogs' balls and stuff. It's so bad.
Ridiculous. That's
It's like the
the
dumbest
worst
sketch
sketch.
idea.
Yeah,
It's so
so
bad.
fucking stupid.
But I just think it's so funny because the music for it's super funny, and my buddies get a kick out of it because I just pull that up out of nowhere. It's just
I
like wow, wow, wow.
I always show people whenever someone's like, anyone's got a good YouTube video, I'm like, hey, go look up WKUK Home Alone, because it's a minute long, it's short, it's right to the point. Essentially, what it is Trevor setting up Home Alone style traps, and it's playing the music for like a minute, and then he sits down, he got a revolver in his hand, he's got a phone, He dials 911. He says, "I'm going to kill myself," and the sketch ends with a gunshot, and it's just cut.
He
And
set
I
all
think
those
that is,
traps to get to
yeah,
the
the
room.
funniest shit ever. Dude. Every time I watch it, it makes me roll laughing. It's so funny. It's so great. And then there's one I just watched recently, Paul.
Jackson, I don't remember who it was, but I showed that Home Alone sketch to somebody and it really did not land.
They didn't land. Yeah, you
It
be
was
careful
like
with
too dark. They were
It was
like,
pretty dark.
oh man, that's
I
horrible. And I'm
think
just
we
like,
talked about that.
how
Yeah.
is that not funny?
Yeah. Hey, that's so funny. He sets up Home Alone traps for the paramedics and then kills himself. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
the funniest way to go. No, I just watched one, and it's literally in 240p, so it's super hard. I can't wait to see it in 720. Is the Edge of the Universe, where they reach the edge of the universe? You
Oh
remember that
yeah,
one, Paul?
yeah,
That one's stupid. That one's
There's
so dumb.
stuff floating around
Yeah.
outside.
It's like, oh, that's a hot dog. It's just so fucking ridiculous. I can't remember how that ends, but it has me busting. We should turn around, Captain. I don't feel so good. Yeah, that's fucking.
Would
That's
you wanted to talk about restaurant prices? What's that all
I
about?
did. So well, this is a while ago. This because we bring down topics, we don't get to them all the time. But I recently we'll talk about Domino's and Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll do the Buffalo Wild Wings 'cause I don't remember it very well. But I went out. I took my sister out to Buffalo Wild Wings like two months ago. We're just like, hey, let's go. I'm like, I'll go get you some Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll go sit down in the restaurant, eat. And man, it was like for two of us, dude, it was like $70. And to
Yeah.
be fair, I ordered a shit ton of food because every time I go to a restaurant, I'm like, I'm gonna order a shit ton of food because I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna get two meals. I'm gonna eat it one today and one tomorrow. I always do that now when I go to restaurants. I'm gonna get two meals because it's just like, I want to treat myself. And it was really pricey for what it was, but the food was actually good for Buffalo Wild Wings. It's
What did
trash.
you get?
We're in the okay. To be fair, we're in the Midwest. Don't shit on us. We literally have like four options to choose from. That's one of them. I just got some. I got some wings. I got some regular wings, and then I got some chicken nuggets, boneless wings. And then I got. I think I got like an
Dude,
appetizer.
I don't
or something.
know if
They
you
always
got
get-
this,
Yeah,
but their traditional wings have gotten a lot better. They used to be
They
tiny. They're a lot bigger. They're
Whoa.
meatier.
yeah, dude. I
good.
was actually really impressed by how the food tasted. Like I was like, this is the best I've had it in a while. I always get They have a little cake. Treat myself to little dessert.
Don't
Now they
sleep
have
on the
cookies.
burgers either. The burgers aren't bad.
Yeah. I'm not big on burgers. Just not beef in general. I just don't like. But anyway, I was
I'm
really
like Randy.
yeah, Randy.
Yeah, dude. I'll be whoring out for burgers when the world ends, Jack. I'll be wearing a cowboy hat on the corner and underwear.
Pour it out. Man's got it. What do you got? 32 half-eaten cheeseburgers in the gut to go.
Yeah.
No. I was just like, and then I got a Arnold Palmer, like hard Arnold Palmer seltzer or whatever, and that was like fucking $8. And I'm like, I wish I knew it was $8 and would have gotten it.
Don't buy drinks. Just don't
not
buy
get
drinks.
there. Yeah, don't buy drinks there.
No, ever. Only dive
anywhere?
bars have good drink prices.
Oh no, I get drinks at the club maybe, but we just pregame or I bring in a high
Yeah.
noon or something. I tuck in my pants. But I was blown away by that. But recently I was blown away by Domino's. Domino's, the trusty pizza brand, has fucked me. So I'm a big pizza eater. So this is my go-to Domino's order, Paul. This is what I get to treat myself every once in a while. And I'd get this like once every 2 months. You get a medium two-top pizza with a bread with a cheesy bread or whatever, and it's $16. If you get it delivered, I know exactly how much it is. It's $30 with a $5 tip. So you get a large, no, it's a large pizza, it's not medium. You get a large pizza and a cheesy bread for $30 delivered, and that's like food for 2 days. But let's be real, it's food for like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I eat all that shit at once. Let's be real here. I ain't sugarcoat it. And I get that every once in a while, but about a month, this is like maybe like 3 weeks ago, I go on there and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll treat myself. We'll see. Guess how much it went up, Paul? It was $30 3 months ago. Guess how much it was when I went there? $50 fucking dollars. $50, Paul. With the taxes and service fees, they had to have gone up at least $15.
You sure the
And then-
coupon applied?
The coupon 100% applied. I checked it, Paul. I'm not even exaggerating. It was
I know
like
they went up $1. Like it used
30
to be.
from like $48. I swear to God, it was.
Wasn't it like $6.99 pick two, but now it's like $7.99? I don't remember. I know it went up $1 or $2.
As if you watch The Biggest Problem in the Universe, Vito talks about how the $5 footlong from Subway ruined the fast food industry. He actually has a bit about it where it actually makes a lot of sense how Subway, when they released the $5 footlong, just ruined all these other restaurants because they couldn't compete with the prices and the quality. So all the quality had to be downgraded. so they could compete with the prices. Because his dad owned a chain of Domino's stores growing up. Vito, you got to make a video on that. Biggest fry in the universe. Check that out. That's good shit. But yeah, fuck Subway. But no, I was like, fuck Domino's. I'll never eat at Domino's again. It's shit pizza. I'll never have it again, and I'll never order it. So I just haven't. I'm not just ordering food anymore. But like, yeah, I was just like, the fuck. Food prices are crazy, man. It's getting a little wacky out there. A little too expensive for my taste.
Yeah, I think I spoke about this, I don't remember, but ever since I moved, I've been eating out here and there, and I was not eating out for a very long time as, I got in really good shape. I did not eat out for a long time, but we got Domino's once we moved here. I had Subway the other night. It doesn't help that Subway and A&W are literally a block from my house. I went to A&W. I got that a couple times. I love A&W. It's so cheap and it's filling.
What's your go-to Domino's order? Pizza. What are you getting from Domino's? Okay, I'll do my
Okay.
pizza real quick. I always get the thin crust, large, and I get extra pepperoni.
What do you mean
And
large? You upgrade to the large?
no, it already is large. You get the large. I said medium, but it is large with the
Oh,
bread.
so you do you do a specific coupon. Okay.
Oh yeah, I do the specific coupon. So I just get the large with I get the barbecue sauce instead of the marinara, and I get extra pepperoni, the thin crust. Delicious. I'll eat that in 10 minutes.
So
Not
since
very
I'm
filling.
usually when I'm ordering for two, my girlfriend and I, we always like to change it up a little bit. But typically we
Yeah,
just do the $5.99 because we both like to get like a specialty chicken, or she gets an Alfredo bowl. So like I'll
yeah,
get a specialty chicken, I like the barbecue one. She gets an Alfredo bowl, and then we get one pizza we share. So we get three items because you can keep adding things to that coupon for like $5.99. So you can do
yeah,
two or more. So we do the two
yeah.
side things, one for each of us, and then we get for pizza. I would say the most consistent one we get is typically pan, medium, with pan crust, and we get the garlic white sauce with chicken and bacon.
Gross.
It's
Disgusting.
really good.
Gross.
It's good.
Ugh. Their chicken quality is F tier, in
It's
my
terrible.
opinion.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Or we get a thin crust medium, just red sauce,
You gotta go
pepperoni,
thin.
pineapple.
The thing about thin crust is it's not filling, but ever since I started my diet like a year ago, I can't eat anything that's not thin crust pizza because I just feel
Dude,
bad about myself.
dude,
It's personal.
this last week I've had a hard time eating, and I don't know what it is. I'm just like not hungry. It's
Mm,
weird.
good, don't eat.
I'm
Get
just
it. Develop an eating disorder like me. It's
I'm
really easy. Even
forcing
literally.
myself to get my protein, like drinking protein shakes and having like a protein bar every day, but I can't I haven't wanted full meals lately. I don't know why.
Yeah, my relationship with food has been very estranged. My therapist seems to think I might have some type of anorexia because of my eating habits. That's what she suggested. Um, because my eating habits are really like I'm not gonna go into it, Paul, but they're bad. Like I haven't eaten today, and I ain't gonna eat today. That's just gonna be how
Jeez,
it
that's
is.
weird.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why maybe she's like, hey, you might
I
have
eat at least once a day.
yeah, you can't do that. No, I just body dysmorphia and shit. Eating is a struggle for me. Like if dude count like ever since I started counting calories, every single thing I eat, I'm like, what are the calories? What's nutrition fact? How much
Yeah.
fats are in it? And
You
if
gave yourself body dysmorphia like I did during my cut, and then I
what
was like,
I've
fuck
always
this.
had it, but I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep it up because. But no, with new meds and shit I'm taking, I really have to gain weight because I'm going through changes and shit that I'm gonna really need to be eating for. So I'm gonna have to up that hardcore. Man, I just hate food, dude. I just genuinely hate food. It's the devil, dude. I just hate how I feel after eating shit. It's just yeah, it's a struggle. But I got that 6-pack, 4-pack, a pack. I got the pack going, Paul. So I've
Yeah,
been
but
looking
how do you
good. I've been
get
looking
that?
toned.
How do you get a 4-pack though without eating? Like
What do you mean?
you're not like don't you feel weak?
Yeah, I feel weak all the time. I
That's
can
not
barely get up
good.
without an extreme head rush, Paul.
Oh my god.
I'm on that 600 calorie a day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
When I
saying?
was on my weight cut, I stood up too fast on the couch one time and I passed out.
Did you really?
I'm not even joking. I passed out in my
That's not
couch
good
and
at
woke up
all.
like yeah, I was cutting weight, dude.
I haven't had that happen. Jesus Christ. Yeah. You should get yourself checked out for that. That should
Well,
be
I'm fine now. I'm
really
back up to a
I'm
healthy weight
fine
of
now.
157.
Yeah, I can tell you look real fine right now.
I'm
I'm just
20
kidding.
pounds. I'm 20 pounds heavier than I was during that cut.
I'm dude, it's funny because I ate like shit for the last 2 weeks. You know how much weight I gained? I'm at a cool 139, 140.
That's what
Weighed
I
myself
cut to
today, I was 138.
138.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm literally your weight, but we're pretty much the same height though, right?
I'm
Like I might have an inch on
157
you.
now.
Yeah, that's not that heavy. That's not heavy. Plus, but it's better. You don't. I don't know. I feel better at this weight, but like some people just look better with more weight on them. I'd like to
I
go down to 130 if I
I
could get
like
down to
to I
130.
like
I'd be
to
happy.
train while I'm heavier. That's for sure.
Well, yeah. See, that's the issue. Is I do extreme core workout and a little bit of boxing, and it gets struggling when I don't eat as much. But when I eat a lot, I can do way more, and I could feels like I'm like gaining more. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things, Food's the devil. That's all I can say. Sugar is the devil. It's the devil.
Foosball's the devil.
Foosballs. Women are the devil. Lots of devil shit in this
Hey,
podcast today.
let's talk about this, huh?
The devil?
Let's talk about network storage. All you nerds out there listening. I know it's a hot
Yay!
topic. Yeah, so
Whoa!
this is why I want to talk about this. So I just built my first storage server, or
I'm gonna
NAS,
take a piss
network
while he
area
talks about
storage.
this.
Yeah, no problem. And I put inside of it four 4 terabyte platter drives, and I'm using Unraid to run it. I'm using the trial. I barely have had time. All I've literally done is set up Unraid on it and initialize all the drives. And I have one for Peridity, which means I have 12 terabytes of storage. One's constantly backing up. And then I have an SSD in there for pools and caching, which is like a 220 gig SSD, a little small. And I just kind of wanted to talk about why platter drives are still useful in 2024. Like they are. SSDs and whatever, don't get me wrong, are great, but it's really hard to find cheap arrays or things that hold up and can handle the heat of M.2 arrays. And when you get expensive, when you get into like 4 terabyte M.2s, like they get expensive. Where I got I think they're Seagate Iron Wolf NAS drives. They're 5200 RPM. Now, I didn't jump for the 7200 because I don't need anything that crazy fast for my use case. And I got 4 of those, and they were a little under 100 a pop. So like that's super affordable. 4 terabytes for under $100, even though it's a platter drive. It's pretty damn good. So it's really cheap storage, $400 to get the whole thing up and running. And I just kind of want to talk about like my storage room as well. So, or like storage room, server room. So I have a closet in this opposite room where my home gym's gonna be, and it's sick, dude. I got the server in there. I got a little monitor, a little terminal. You can, and my router's, my router's in there, and it's like a little closet. You stand in there, and you can do everything. It's on a shelf. It's really cool. So I've just been geeking out about that. I just haven't had a lot of time, to really
keep all your porn? You keep it on the servers?
No, just to really like sit down and build it out. Like, make a documents folder, make a this folder, make a share. I can access it from my computer over the network here, which is sick. I can drag and drop files to it. It's just, I want to take time to plan out how I want it to be instead of just building it and then being pissed at the end, like, fuck, why did I build it this way? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? And then I have to redo everything. Because I have currently, my backup solution's kind of a mess. What I currently have is a bunch of platter drives and M.2s sitting around with labels on them of a date and when they were backed up. And I just need to find the source latest one, which is on my computer, and back that all up to the drive. And then I need to automate a way that'll like constantly back things up from a specific folder, which I can do. Because ideally what I want is I want all the Gutterball stuff on that server. And then you get, dude, it can get so granular. It's like, okay, well, when we take data, do you want us to put it on this drive first or this drive? Or do you want us to split it across like 4 drives? It's like, I just want it on the one drive. Because, you think about it, like, say you're putting movies on your drives. You want all the movies or all the parts of a movie to be on one drive. You don't want part 1 of Lord of the Rings and part 2 to be on 2 separate drives. It'd just be weird. Like, you want it to be organized. So it's like a lot of stuff gets granular into it. It's kind of cool, geeky. I don't know. I've never had a storage server. So, and it's not just that. It can be an SFTP server. It can be a Plex server. It can kind of do a lot of things because Unraid, the operating system I'm running it on it, has a bunch of plugins. It can be a Docker container. It can be all types of shit. It doesn't have to just be a NAS. It's kind of cool.
We need to like, someone out there wants to make us a little jingle so we can have Paul's Tech Talk. Maybe have like a synth Paul's Tech Talk. Wow, 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 wow. Maybe you could like play a little thing while Paul goes into his Tech Talk. Paul, I gotta get one of those Steam Decks so I can have some bites. Because all I could think about is picture. All I wanted to do was that bam. First of all, I want to have Paul's Tech Talk, little beat going
Paul's
for that.
Tech Talks.
Yeah, like there. That'd be
Like
funny as hell.
Grounded.
Like grounded. Yeah. Maybe a little synth. Well, anyway, we need to get some sound bites going here.
Get
I need to
yoked.
look into that. Get yoked. Because I want to do that, but I wanted to play that that remember Patrick where like Squidward's gonna play an E minor, yeah, where he's gonna play the clarinet and he's just sleeping, he just falls asleep. Yeah, I was gonna do that and just be an asshole, keep
You
playing it.
dick.
Yeah, you fucking dick. You know what I saw, Paul? That was actually not really saw, but do you ever thrift, Paul? Do you be thrifting at all? To go thrifting?
I did in
If
the
you're done with your
cities a
TikTok.
couple times, but I don't do it regularly. It's like a once in a
Mhm,
blue moon. We'll like go to Goodwill or Savers or some other like well, in the cities, there's a lot of random mom and pop thrift shops up here. There's a couple, not a ton, but
mhm.
I haven't really done a ton up here.
So in Duluth, are really limited. You only got the Goodwill and then the Big Ben Goodwill, but that's a little farther. And then you got Savers. And I go to Savers like honestly once every like 2 weeks, sometimes like once a week. And I usually just get skirts and shit, honestly, because they're like way cheaper and I'm not gonna pay full price for a skirt. But the last couple times I've went there and bought shit, because Savers and any Goodwill has a smell. They got a smelly of
Yeah.
smells. It's like I don't know if you like took like garbage and then like poured water on it.
It's
Like
like
if you just
no, it
got
doesn't
garbage
smell
on it.
that bad. It's like an old person's house. It just smells like an
Yeah.
old person's house. All of them do.
Yeah, if you got garbage and got it wet, that's what an old person's house. You ever been in an old person's house? It was like death. Anyway,
It
so
either
like
smells
like
really bad or it smells like mothballs, which is also really
moth
bad.
wet mothballs. That's what I was going for. Wet garbage mothballs. So normally when I go to Savers, I just wash the clothes and the smell is gone. But this last couple times I have like two skirts and I have a belt. And I washed them. I can't wash the belt. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the belt. I'm really disappointed because it's a nice belt. It's like one of those Paul Galtieri belts, whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a good belt. It smells like mothballs, Paul, and I can't use it. And I got two skirts, and I washed
And you
them.
can't get it out.
They smell. I washed them. They smell. I washed them. They smell. I washed them like 4 times. I'm like, fuck, because I really like them. They fit really well. And I was just like, "What the fuck? What's going on with Saber? Do they have like a spray they're putting on their clothes now, where it's like it's gonna smell like shit?" This one, so I haven't been going there because I have some pants
Oh
that I
God,
like.
what's that candle scent? It's shit. Do you like
It's
it?
it's shit. Do you like it? Yes. It's like, what the fuck? Come on, man. Yeah. And next time I go there for real, and I saw someone on fucking TikTok. I didn't see it on TikTok. But I saw it on Instagram. It was a TikTok where this lady goes in there and she's like, "Yeah, I'm not touching that shit. I wear like vinyl gloves, like doctor gloves and a mask." And I'm like, now I have to wear gloves and a mask when I go in there because I realized that I never wash my hands when I leave there. And I went with someone the other time. They're like, "Do you want some hand sanitizer?" Like you like right when we left, and I'm like, "Yes." So now I'm going in there. I'm going in there like a doctor. I've got to get the I'm
Yeah.
gonna sterilize like legitimately. I don't want to touch that shit. Stinks. They
Jack,
gotta figure
that's
that out for all
yeah.
Savers and Goodwill. Get the stink. Light some candles. Have them. You know what they do
Do
in
they have a
Disneyland?
washer and dryer back there? Like, do they wash and dry like everything that ends up going out?
They do. I'm pretty sure they do actually. Now that you say that. But they ideally want it clean already. I feel like they don't do it all. I feel like some shit doesn't get through it. But
Yeah.
what they need to do, like Disneyland has those scents where it's like fresh cookies and it makes you hungry. And it's like, you know what I mean? Disney gets
Yeah.
the MK Ultra, they get you all fucked up. They want you to eat and go on rides to spend more money. They need to have that. They need to have like it needs to be like mist. It needs to be like those misters at like the produce section where it's just spraying all over the clothes the entire time. Like fresh cookies or cinnamon
It's
rolls or
just
something.
super strong cologne. It's just bombing
Yeah.
the clothes.
Well, no, not cologne, like cinnamon rolls or cookies or something.
Yeah.
We'll talk about candles.
And Jack,
At my house, my
candles.
mom.
That's a really good sketch idea, though. A guy that has like a candle stand and they all just are, oh, this one
Shit.
smells like shit. It's shit. Yeah.
It's
He's
shit.
got
Fuck
another
off.
one. It's like, well, this
Um,
one's yellow. Is it piss? You got it. Yeah, that's the
so
one.
you
What's
got
this
it.
one?
So, dude, mom has this new candle. I don't know what it's called or like what scent it is because I had never just looked at it, but it smells like when she makes those Rice Krispies. You get the little Rice Krispies and you put some chocolate on it. It smells
It's got
exactly
peanut butter
like
in
that.
there.
So I wake up in the morning and I smell it. I wake up in the morning, it's 1 p.m. and I smell it and I'm like, damn, fucking Rice Krispies. All right. And I go down and it's that fucking candle. Out of spite, I put my hand in the candle and just burn it. What are you doing to me, mom? And I just light my hand on fire. I just put it right in there and I'm like, this is garbage, dude.
No.
I get angry, dude. Oh, I get mad when I hear that. I do not want any candle that smells like food because it just makes you hungry. Disneyland does
I
that
don't
shit.
I don't
Make you
like
hungry.
candles. They kind of sketch me out. My my girlfriend really likes candles. I'm just like, you better make sure that's in a spot where, like, if it were to somehow fall or because I've seen candle enclosures literally crack open and the wax pour out. So it's just like from the heat
Mhm.
of the candle itself for it
Mm.
burning too long. And it's just, I always be like, make sure it's on a hard surface, not near anything that's flammable, please. No plastic, nothing. I'm very sketched out by candles. And also, a majority of candle scents just give me a headache. Like, I just can't
Yeah,
do
that
it.
does that to some people. I really like candles. I always light a candle when I have someone over because I'm like, I don't want my room smelling bad. But I usually put the candle near my TV over there, and everyone comes in. They're like, "You shouldn't have that near the TV." And I'm like, "I've had a candle burn for 6 hours under this TV. If it was gonna start melting, it would have by now. But my TV's all. No wonder the bottom of the TV's like just melting down because there's candle
Is
heat
it?
coming up. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's fine. It's
It's all
fine. Don't worry
warped.
about it. It's all warped and fucked up. Yeah, but no, I'm a fan of candles. I'm a huge fan. It just they're the burn time and like the expense of them because I'll have a candle burning for like 6 hours and I'll forget about it. And I'll be like, well, that's the end of that candle. Not that I leave the
Yeah.
room; it's just like on, and I like the smell. But yeah,
Can we talk
candles.
about pain? Uh, I got what I thought. Okay, so this is the deal is I didn't think it was a splinter. You can't really tell. This is where I dug it all out. But I had a splinter like a week and a half ago is when I was like, oh man, like I have this weird little bump and it kind of hurts my thumb. I just disregarded it. I'm like, whatever. A week
Mm.
goes by and I'm like, man, it's like red and it's gotten like bulging. Like the top of my thumb looked like a cartoon character somebody gets hit with a hammer. It was like pulsating. Not even
Yeah.
joking. It was like big. I'm like, this isn't good. And I'm
Pulse.
like, Destiny, you think that thing I thought was a splinter is a splinter? She's like, yeah, probably. It looks infected. So I
Oh,
literally had pus coming out of it. So
oh,
like it
oh
was a
no,
whitehead
man.
on it.
Oh
So I was like,
yeah.
well, I sat down and while we were watching some show or movie, I was just like, because I had already let like 2 to 3 layers of skin grow over it, and I'm just fucking
Yeah.
cutting it. I took my switchblade out. I'm like, motherfucker, fucking fuck
Oh,
you. This hurts so bad, and I'm slowly like prying up the skin and opening up a hole. And then when I got through that 1 layer of skin, I'm like, oh, gotta go deeper. And then I make another hole and stretch it out like a fucking asshole. And
yeah.
I was like, ah, like I was screaming. And then I didn't even know that I got it out. I was basically just like, okay, I had dug into this so far. I think if I go another layer of skin, I'm bleeding. And I don't, you know how like when you're prodding at an area for such a consistent amount of time, it's like the pain isn't there anymore eventually. Like it doesn't hurt. Like what you've been doing isn't as painful as it was at first. That's how I felt. And
Mhm,
I couldn't tell, when you're doing that for so long, I couldn't tell if the splinter was there or not. Like if what hurt
mhm.
was
Oh
the
right. Yeah.
splinter or me because I cut it open. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
waited the next day the skin was starting to harden. You know how it gets when it starts to relayer. And I was like, oh, it's gone. It's gone. I got it out.
You didn't even see what it was, even
No,
though.
it was so tiny,
Maybe
dude.
it wasn't.
That's what,
Maybe you got a spider bite, and it's just a spider bite.
dude,
Who knows?
that's why.
First of all, you didn't. You should have put the switchblade over a candle and got that shit hot, because then you could slice through it like butter. That's what
I
you gotta
know.
do. You know?
But
In the future, do that.
the reason why I wasn't worried about it at first is I'm like, there's no way that's a splinter because it was so tiny I couldn't see it. And I don't have a magnifying glass or anything. I just knew that there was something in there.
Do you feel it?
Well, like it hurt. I knew that there was something in there irritating
I
it.
think you just got bit by a fucking recluse or something, dude. Like, or some type of spider, man. You might have, and I don't know. It could have been a splinter. I'd
There
like
was
to be
definitely a
curious.
gray or black thing there that was so
Oh,
tiny. Like so
maybe
tiny.
maybe you got it from that butcher block desk weeks ago, and it just
That's what I
stayed in
was
there.
thinking is I was thinking it was either this or what the only thing I did that night when I noticed it was bowling. I noticed it after bowling. Like I remember
Oh,
going there and I was like, I wonder if the
yeah.
bowling ball on the inside had some type of weird shaving or metal splinter or like wood splinter or whatever's inside a fucking bowling ball or a ceramic splinter, whatever. And it just like got into my finger when I was bowling.
That a ceramic splinter sounds not good at all. That sounds like the
Yeah.
worst type of splinter. That sounds like a defective. Did a guy in a hard hat use the ball before you? Because he might have had some like wood shavings on his hand or some
No.
shit. You should look into that. Well, I guess we're on the spider topic because I feel like you just got bit by a spider. Um, so I wish we could like get a truce to some spiders. Because everyone, ladies and gentlemen, if you see a spider in your house, I advise you to leave it alone because it's doing more good than it is harm. And there's a spider in my house that's like behind our washing machine, and it's like no exaggeration, this big. No, it's about this big. She's a bigger. I'm gonna assume it's a girl. I assume all spiders are female, right? There are no male spiders because they eat them, right? Don't they like cut that? Don't the females like eat the male and then
I
like
think
fuck
there's
the dead
males.
body?
I'm pretty sure there's
You sure?
males.
Like they cut their heads. I think it's Black Widows that like they cut the male's head off and fuck the body after. Are they
God.
asexual? Like not asexual. What are snakes? Because snakes can fuck themselves. It's like Paulie from The Sopranos. He's like, that's why you can't trust snakes because they got male and female body parts. You can never trust something that literally fucks itself. You know, it's like
Yeah,
you really,
yeah.
yeah. I love that.
You can't
But
trust it, snake. Or something
they
that
literally
literally
fucked,
fucks
yeah.
itself.
That's funny as shit. It's a good line. But every time I go down the basement, I'm like, "Hey, yo, bro, like as long as you don't leave there, we have a truce. I'll never kill you. But as soon as you leave that web, it's on. It's on, bro. You're done for." But recently, Paul, I've been having some nightmares, and this is like I texted Glenn and James about this literally like 3 days ago because another one happened. I have dreams about ants and spiders like like engulfing my body and swallowing me, dude. And I'm not even joking. I texted Glenn at like 1 a.m. the other day and James, and I'm like, you guys ever wake up from a dream and you ever wake up from a dream and it's like you're being swallowed by spiders and you get out and run from your bed? That happened to me like 3 days ago, bro. I had a dream where spiders were crawling in my mouth and like I was like a pool of spiders, Paul. I woke up. I didn't lay in that bed, bro. I went and slept in the other room. I was so scared.
You
'Cause you ever
wake
wake
up
up?
dead.
No, you ever wake up dead? You ever wake up in a dead sleep where you're like still delusional from the dream, where you're like, "Am I dreaming or something?" And yeah, I'm not a fan of the spider dreams. That shit needs to knock off. But dude, the dreams. I don't know how often you dream, but I be having some wild ass dreams. I be having like whole narratives and shit. Like shit, like you ever
Yeah.
fall? Yeah, like just crazy ass dreams. Some of them are like to the point where like I can't sleep because I be having fun in them
Yeah.
and shit. You were in a couple of my dreams, usually trying to murder me. So I don't know if that has
I've
anything to
never
do with
had
it.
you in my dreams, but I've had Weston in my dreams, and he's always tried to murder me, or it's me murdering him sometimes. I don't know why that happens.
I was just joking about the murder. You should really get that looked at, actually.
That it's been a
But
long time since one of those has happened.
yeah, no. Every once in a while, I have a dream about a rat chewing off my face or something. But recently, I had a spider
Jesus.
dream.
Can we just wrap up with one last topic if you don't mind?
Yeah, what you got?
I just want to talk about like my boxing progress. It's not so much fitness. I mean, that's what I'm doing for with the boxing, but I just want to
Yeah.
say in my 3 weeks of Jungle Boy, I've already learned a whole lot more than I've learned in my, just hitting a bag for a year.
Hmm.
You know, Zach Walters, aka Jungle Boy, I've been training at his gym. I try to get classes with him at least twice a week, and I do another 2 classes with other trainers there. And it's been really fun. Alyssa's a really good coach too. She'll let you
Yeah.
know when you fuck up. So she she's on point. But Zach, said as far as how I've started, he's like, I got a really good jab with a little bit correction that pointers he gave me. He said I have a really natural arc with a cross. It's cool to hear from him.
Hmm.
And he said I got really like he thinks like basically the one main thing that I need to work on is footwork. I need to get
Hmm.
better at the ladder. I need to get better at pivoting. I need to get better at basically everything footwork. I move my feet too much. He calls me happy feet. He thinks I'm a Muay Thai fighter. He's like, the way you're moving, he's like, it's like you're a Muay Thai fighter. Like you're about to check a kick or something. And I'm like,
Hmm.
no, no. He's like, you just got to stop those mini shuffles. I've been working on it, but it's just cool to be in a gym where I get words of encouragement and not shit on all the time. Not that I got shit on at my other
Well,
gym, but it's really nice to already see myself progress and make the corrections that I found
yeah.
wrong right away. And I'm already kind of progressing quite a bit. So
I think I personally, and this is just from outside perspective, I don't think you were getting the best coaching advice from your other gym. Because
no,
mostly I felt like it was a fitness, like just
it is. It's
like
just a
a
fitness thing.
get in and get out type thing. But no, Zach will break down, tell you what you're doing wrong. And that's good, Paul. I think you're gonna progress and eventually not be able to beat up me, but beat up someone significantly worse than me in the future. You could
Okay.
already beat up Alyssa, just let you know. Get hit her so
I
hard.
don't think so. Why would I hit her that hard?
It's a woman. It's
Yeah,
a
but why
woman.
would you hit her hard? That's not what we're
Carter
there to
knocked her
do.
down. Did he ever tell you about that?
No, that's
Carter within
mean.
his when his what do you mean? They were sparring within his like first 3 months of boxing. Beat the piss out of
They let him
Alyssa.
spar already?
Yeah, because he already had training. But yeah, within 3 months, yeah, we were sparring because we
I
were
just don't know
younger.
when I'm expecting to be able to spar. Like, is Zach gonna ask me to do it, or is that something I'm gonna be
He'll
like,
well, you gotta ask, but he'll probably just say, "Do you got a mouth guard?" He'll be like, "Go spar." You're already ready to spar. I know you are, for sure. It's not even a question. Like you have enough footwork and shit. If Zach doesn't think you're ready, which I'd be very surprised, he won't let you. But I think you're ready to spar 100%, in my
I
opinion.
don't think I am.
Okay, well, if you don't, then don't,
I
you
think I
know?
need at least 3 more months of consistent training.
And think about first time sparring is you're not gonna get beat up. You're just gonna be really learning. You're doing drills though, right? Already?
Well, explain drills.
Drills are
Like,
like, I'm gonna throw 4 punches, and then you're gonna throw 4 punches. That's like you know, you go with somebody. Like you get in the ring and I'm gonna throw 4.
oh,
You
I
try to
did that.
dodge
I
them.
did that for the first time yesterday. They had us in the ring
Oh,
and they had
nice.
one person walk towards the other person with the gloves out, and you were practicing pivoting. And
Yep.
then the next round you did it for them, and then the one we did was 1, 2, slip, slip, and we just did that back and forth, and then 1, 2, 3, slip,
Yeah.
slip, roll. I'm not gonna
Those
lie,
no,
man.
yeah.
Doing rolls is
Hard.
it's not
Hard for
natural
me.
to me, and it's hard for me
Not
to
natural.
read where the punch is coming from and which way to roll. It's like, well, they're like, oh, you need to roll this way if it's coming from this side, but it's like, really, if you look at it, you could roll either way. You can still get out of the way of that punch. It's just you're rolling into it, so they could move it and connect with you is the
Yeah.
problem.
It's a huge learning curve. Yeah, most people don't realize how much goes into boxing and
Oh, a
footwork and
ton.
that it takes so
I
much
think
effort. But yeah,
footwork's the most
you're
important
already
thing, and I'm
you're already
terrible at
there.
it.
It is the most important thing. You're already there with the drills. So just keep going and you'll spar eventually. You'll like it. You'll have a fun time. I haven't sparred in a while, but I do like sparring.
I don't know
I
who I'm gonna
personally,
spar.
dude, I sparred people that are like 100 pounds heavier than me. I sparred Alyssa when I was like fucking 50 pounds heavier than her. It's not
Oh,
like
okay.
it's like pull your punches, but it's not like you're fighting them. It's like you're learning, but you're also hitting them.
Did you wear headgear there, or did you buy
Yeah.
headgear?
No, he gives you the headgear. I mean, you can bring it, get your own headgear. Be sure you'd be fine with that.
Probably buy my
I haven't
own.
sparred in a while, but if I walked in the gym today and he told me to spar, I'd be like, all right, let's do it. Because I've just done it enough that I'm not nervous about it, and I know I'm not going to get knocked out. Because the person, one, I'm vetting the person I'm sparring. I know they're not going to be an asshole like that one guy was. You know, I would spar someone. Well, I'll spar you, smack the hell out of you.
Yeah,
But
but you
there's a
never want to
couple
come to the gym.
I don't have money for the gym right now. It's
I
like
get it.
$60
Yeah,
a month.
yeah.
There's a couple things people are gonna do for sparring, Paul. I'll tell you. I'll give you little things. One thing they're gonna do to fuck with you, because we did this to fuck with people, is they're gonna stomp really loud. Like they're gonna like.
Yeah,
Trust
I
me,
know.
we're in a
Well, Imma
sparring
tell you
mode,
this right
you're
now.
not gonna realize it. Or
Le
they'll do this. They'll put their arm out to the side, and you look at the arm, and they'll punch you in the
Yeah,
face.
well,
Ben Grimes tried to do that to me, and I smacked him in the head. It
yeah,
didn't work on me. But yeah,
Lee tried that shit with me, even a tie sweep, and I didn't fall, and I didn't fall for it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
One thing that Alyssa helped me with, I've been hitting pads with Alyssa a lot, or noodles with Zach
Mm,
or Alyssa, is and Alyssa already had a click in my head, is I've been throwing and then backing off. She's like, no, walk him down. And then when
yeah.
I was doing that in the ring, I was like, oh, this is so much better. Like it
Mhm,
felt good to kind of like walk somebody with pads down.
yeah.
But you can see how that can get you in trouble though too. So it's like you really got to be careful of
Why
how
you
you
gotta
choose how to do
yeah.
that. You
You
got to
gotta
move.
pivot too, and you gotta know where you are. Yeah, it's so much in the box, but it's good. It's a great sport. I'd recommend it to literally
Yeah.
every single person I interact with where they're like, "Yeah, I go to the gym," or I thinking about going to the gym. I'm like, "Hey, go learn to fight, bro. Like,
Yeah.
just go learn, dude. It's the greatest thing ever."
Jack, I know it's dangerous to get up against the ropes or get into a corner. Obviously, that's like the last
Uh,
place you want to
yeah,
be in a boxing ring because you want to be centered. You want to be controlling the
yeah.
ring. Is kind of how it works. Are there? I'm sure there's got to be professional boxers out there because I don't follow boxing all that much, or
Mhm.
like even I watch some old fights and whatever. But there's got to be some fighters out there that strived on that. Just like there's people good at
Mhm.
everything in MMA. Are there fighters
Yeah,
that would purposely get themselves back into a corner and just fucking drop someone because they just know how
I'm
to work the pocket super well? Like, there's
I'm
got to.
sure there would. You know who works the pocket really well is Terrence. Ask him. He has some. He showed us some
He's
really good stuff.
fast.
He's really fast for how big he is.
He's so
He's not that big,
fast.
but he's like this. He's a pretty hefty guy. Ask him because he has some really because he showed us a lot of rope stuff when I was there. So ask him about that. But I'm sure those fighters that do. I
Apparently,
mean,
I heard he
Tyson
might
Fury
not be
would do
coming
it.
back.
True.
I just heard
Smart
that
there too.
like he was teaching 2 classes, and I went to one of his classes, and this week it's like, oh, Terrence might not be coming back. I'm subbing for Terrence's classes now, is what Alyssa said, and I'm like, oh man, I
Busy
got
guy.
I got one class with him.
Busy guy. He's a cool guy though. But yeah, no. Tyson Fury would do that a lot. You know, he
He has
did the
really good
bat. Yeah,
movement up
he did
against the
that.
ropes.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
there
I
like
would
a
recommend. Yeah,
combination where he managed to dodge like 20 fucking
it's
punches from that
almost
dude?
like it's choreographed, but it's
I
not.
know it's
The guy
not.
throwing, like if any of us got hit by that one of those
Near
punches that guy was
misses.
throwing, we're done. We'd be
No,
knocked the
if
fuck
one
out.
of us got hit by the wind passing, even if we dodged it, we get
Yeah,
knocked out.
we'd be
That guy
fucked
was
up. Yeah,
throwing. Yeah.
yeah. So that's
Um,
crazy, crazy shit.
well, I will say this. Did you watch the Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney boxing match last week?
Did not know.
Dude, Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney. Now, I'm not going to give Garcia a ton of praise because A, I don't really like him as a person. He's kind of a meme, but also B, he's cringe. And then C, he missed weight, man. Like, yeah, you beat the champion, but you didn't get the belt because you missed weight. Like, you already forfeited getting the belt. So it's like, yeah, you won. He hurt Devin, though, a lot, man. He dropped him a couple times. It went the distance, but pretty crazy because nobody thought that Ryan Garcia had any chance of beating Devin Haney, which was interesting.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't watch that. I don't watch a lot of sports. I don't watch any sports, actually. Not a lot. I don't watch any. I hate sports.
That's
I
fair.
hate sports people.
Are you going to come over and watch the Conor McGregor fight, or are you going to blow me off again?
When's that?
June like 27th.
I'm busy
Got
that
it.
week.
All right. Well, everybody have a good night. That was Gutterball 97.
I plan on being very sick that day, so unfortunately, I will not be watching. I want to go watch fat Conor McGregor, 20 pounds heavier. No,
he's fighting at 170. He's fighting Chandler.
What a fat piece of garbage. I'm just kidding. No,
dude, did you see him in Roadhouse? He's juiced up.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't add anything to Roadhouse to make him look better, like any type of CGI. Or
yeah,
anything.
that's fair.
Yeah.
His stupid one-liners in that fucking movie, dude.
Yeah, that's retarded. You know what I say, Paul? I'm not impressed by celebrity and fighter physiques. Oh, really? Conor McGregor's strong? It's not like he does that all day, every day as his fucking career.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It's just I can't take
you know what I really like to hear or like to see? So have you ever seen, I don't know what news or media company does this, but you know how like on YouTube they'll have like stars from a show come on and answer questions or like most Googled things about you. You ever seen shit like that, like clickbait stuff?
It's like Vice that does that.
Yeah, so there's another company that does it where they specifically go over celebrities' home gyms. So like they do the dude from Reacher and they go and he seems like a really nice guy, but they went to Glenn Howerton's house and he showed his home gym. And he's super down to earth. He's like, you want to know how I look like this? He's like, I don't have to work a full-time job. Like, he's like, I act and whatever, but he's like, and I really like when people with a ton of money and just like a ton of time and, you know, they're very wealthy and they have the time to work out, know how much of a struggle it is and totally understand why people have dad bods or like why the, you know, working guy that's raising 4 kids, if he chooses to do that, is like that, you know, he has no time to work out. And I just think that's like really humbling is when you hear a guy that's like, oh, I know, you want to know why I look at this? Because I can fucking do it every day. I have the money. I don't have to, you know, he's like, it's not like I have to work a full-time job, you know?
I have one of the best dietitians and trainers that there is. So yeah, no, like, yeah, it makes sense. No wonder you got that big. And it's more impressive when you don't have one. But yeah, it's like honestly, if right now, if I had the money to pay someone, a dietitian to say, I want my meals prepped, and I want to go through and I want to eat the same thing every day and I want it made for me every single day, and you give me it, like I saw Patty the Batty, like just because he has a good company that does it, I would do it in a heartbeat. I'd be like, give me the same meal every day, it tastes delicious, and I want to eat this dessert, make it for me every single day. I'll put it in my fridge and Dad, dude, I'd love to do that.
Oh yeah, dude. If all of us could have a person that prepped our meals and that already did all the stuff for us as far as health, oh my God. That's why, dude, in the UFC or the MMA, that's why those performance institutes that Dana White's investing in are crazy. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
The PI
performances.
Yeah. So they have one in Vegas, which is the first one. They just opened the first PI in Mexico, and now they're thinking about opening one in Africa eventually. And dude, those performance institutes, they're state-of-the-line training centers. You got state-of-the-art coaches. Like basically a lot of fighters now are moving to Vegas because if you're in the UFC, you have access to the PI, gyms, showers, every type of ring, exercise machine, everything. I'm just saying everything as far as wellness, cold plunges, whatever you need as a fighter, dietitians, people on site, consultants for cutting weight, all that is there. And that's why it's changing the game of MMA, because now people have all these resources available to them. The problem is you don't until you reach there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got to do the hard work on your own until you get to the UFC. And then you got to move to Vegas, you know?
Shane. Like Shane's doing, you know? He's, or Sean.
Shane
or Sean. See, when I said Shane, he didn't react to it. So I was like, did I say it wrong?
Right. No, yeah, Shane's fighting out of the MMA lab in Arizona. Like he's doing all the right stuff. And I'm sure
he has get his own diet, and he has to make his own
Dude,
shit. He was
you
talking
even
about it.
heard him. He has the worst diet out of any. He's blessed with
Yeah.
really good genetics and a hard work ethic.
Oh, I
That dude
see
is
his
so shredded, but he's always
I
working
see his
out.
stories. He'll be like, the story actually recently, like a couple weeks ago, he's like, I'm down to 140. 2 days later, my cut's over. I'm back up to 160. And he's like, eating down. That's how I was busting, but he still looked good. He like looked really good.
Yeah,
Dude,
he can make 140.
if I had dude, his cast, dude, I'm sorry, but those are fire casts, man. I wish I had like
He's
Woody
built.
cast. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's built. But yeah, I guess it shows. If you're training every day, it shows, and that hard to train, and so that's cool. It's good
And
shit.
he doesn't stop. Like, he just keeps going. He's like a motor.
Yeah, that's sick. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's going to make it. I think Shane Sullivan's going to be in the UFC. You just wait. I think he's
Yeah,
going to make it.
he'll get us in the limelight. I'm taking his fame and I'm riding with it. So Shane, you better make it, motherfucker, because I'm a clout chaser, so you better do it.
This is what I know nothing about the economics or politics that go into like getting signed to the UFC, but if he could just get a contact there and he just stays at like a weight for a certain class, so like he stays around 145 or whatever, and then they have a short notice dropout and he just takes a fight against, a newcomer, entry level, maybe a guy that's had one fight in the UFC, he could do it. Like, I guarantee you there's going to be a point where they're going to have a fight drop out. He's ready. He can do it. He takes a fight on a week's notice. He's confident enough he can do it. And that's what will get him into the UFC.
What I would recommend to him, and if you're watching this,
Because at his age, that's the problem.
And I know you don't know much about it, but I would establish your social media presence even higher than what you're doing now. Because I see all your posts and shit. I think if you started doing YouTube videos and stuff, and it takes a while, but I think it'd be better. I mean, come on, man. That's how it is to be a UFC fighter nowadays. You have to have a social media presence, a very strong
I'll
one.
start a side podcast with Shane, but it'll be marketed after him. It'll be called Shooting It with Shane. And I'll just I'll be the Jamie but co-host, and I'll do all the technical stuff for him, because I don't know if he knows how to do that.
No, that's what I mean. Like, if you could have it, like,
he should just be he loves World of Warcraft. He should just be streaming World of Warcraft in his off time.
Yeah, why not? That's how I think Patty the Batty grew a lot, because he hired a production company to film him and do all his shit. So dude, actually, that's how the Liver King grew. Like, Liver King hired like a production company, and that motherfucker blew up in like a year. So
yeah,
it's yeah. All right,
well,
I think we're time to wrap it up. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. I really appreciate the views and the support so far. We're going to have Gutterball 100. It's going to be a drinking episode, 2-hour minimum. We might be going 3 hours. We're going to have some awesome guests rolling in with us. And hey, if you want to be on the drinking episode, hit us up, DM us on Instagram. We will get back at you. Get on Gutterball. I'm going to let Paul wrap it up. But again, as always, thanks for watching.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Everything Jackson said. Have a great rest of your weekend. If you want to be a guest, hit us up. Look forward to Gutterball 100. We got something in store. Hopefully no one drops out on us. Anyways, that was Gutterball 97. Have a great weekend. Whoa!